Patanjali Yoga Sutras. It's one is Samadhi Pada, second is Sadhana Pada, third is Vibhuti Pada, fourth is Kaivalya Pada. And in the Sadhana Pada, the second chapter, Patanjali opens up with the Sutra Tapa Swadyaya Iswara Pranidani Kriya Yoga. That is the Tapas, Swadyaya and Iswara Pranidana. Together it is called as Kriya Yoga. We hear about Kriya Yoga many places. That definition according to Patanjali is the combination of tapas, Swadyaya and Iswara Pranidana. It is called as Kriya Yoga. Tapa means one broad meaning is austerity. Yesterday was it's Ekadashi. Some people fast on that day. It's an austerity. Or some people do their religious observance, they do, that is austerity. One is tapas means austerity. Second meaning of tapa means tapa means heat. Heat means difficulties. When we go through the difficulty in our life, our mind gets heated up, body gets heated up. Endure the difficulties in life. It is called as tapas. Without complaining. No one's life is smooth. Everyone's, however affluent you are, everyone's life is a bumpy journey, and endure the difficulty. Do not complain. Do not pinpoint your fingers to others. Endure the difficulty in your life. That is called as tapas. And tapas has a different dimension. Bhagavad Gita talks about tapas, that to be observed in the physical level, in the talking level, in the mind level. We'll cover that one. What is tapas in the body level? What is the tapas in the talking? And what is the tapas in the mental level? We'll cover that one next week. And next one is Swadyaya. Tapas, Swadyaya. Swadyaya, broad meaning is study the scriptures. Scriptures gives an inspiration, gives us an insight. When I am reading a story of scriptures from Ramayana, Mahabharata or Bhagavatam or any holy scriptures, it gives many case studies. Such a person, when she or he went through the difficult time, how she or he endured the difficulties and how that person behaved in that situation. And it is gives us a good reference point. We also go through the difficulties in life, how we should act in such a situation. These are gives us insights. It's for our daily living. It gives us inspiration. That is one meaning of Swadhyaya is read the scriptures. Second one, Swadhyaya means Swa means Swatantra. When you are reading that. Think of the independent reality. We are all dependent on the independent reality. That every step of our life, we are dependent on the independent reality. For example, last night to this morning, I slept happily, but I was still breathing. Not consciously I was breathing. Somebody was making me to breathe. Without my control, somebody was breathing that one. That every step we are dependent on some independent reality. That is called as Swadhyaya. And it's Sutantra Adhyaya in Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad talks about Swadhyaya. It is it's Swadhyaya Pravachanechha. Whatever it says, that Swadhyaya, and you got to pass it on to others. And Upanishad says, do not. It's Swadhyaya. It says, do not teach somebody who is not able to, who is not willing to pass it on to others. They are like pouring a water on a rock. If they are not passing on to others, it's a waste of time. Do not, it says, Taittiriya Upanishad, Swadhyaya and Pravachana. It should go hand in hand. And Swadhyaya, it says, it gives an example in Rigveda. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. It's an indication that we are hear multifold, but talk little. Process that one. Hear from the more and more you hear, but whatever you hear, do not pass it on. Process that one. That process it and talk. That is called as Swadhyaya. And it's Swadhyaya, it's first part is hearing, and Rigveda gives an example that if you hear from a competent person who is able, who is competitive person, it gives an example. If you go to someone who understand the scriptures, and if you hear from that person, you get the merit what you get. For example, it says you get 1 point. If you go to a talk, hearing from a competent person who has realized, you get one mark. And if you process that one, swapravachana, after hearing, you swapravachana, repeat it to yourself, make it yourself it's convincing for you. It's a swapravachana, and process it, and third part is pass it on to others. When you hear, it's 1 point, 1 mark you get, and you process that one within, and synthesize that one, and if you pass it on to others, you get, when you pass it on, the punya you get, the merit you get is 1,000-fold. You get 1,000-fold punya. One is, if I go and just listen, is 1%, 1 mark I get, and if I process and pass it on to others, the punya I get is 1,000 times. And it says, and when you are talking, if you are processing that whatever Guru said, and if you repeat the same thing, and if it is convincing, that is 1,000 times more you get. And whatever Guru has not taught, but still new meaning, new ideas come into you, revelation come to you, and you get ananta punya, you get infinite merit. And that infinite merit, if you pass it on to others, that whatever it occurred to you, if you pass it on to others, that punya is unlimited. It cannot be explained. That's what Rigveda says. That it says, it gives a lot of emphasis on passing on to others. Passing on, not like a bird, repeating, process it, synthesize it, make it convincing for you. And whatever the cream of your learning, pass it on to others. That whatever you pass on, you should be in congruence with the scriptures, not against the spirit of scriptures. And that is called a Swadyaya. It's a Swadyaya and Iswara Pranidani. Iswara Pranidana is devotion to the Lord, devotion to the Supreme. If you have the devotion to the Lord, then only the Swadyaya happens. Then only it is called as tapas. And tapas is like we are churning the yogurt in the wooden ladle. To churn that one, we need strength. We lose stamina. The strength we get only through the devotion to the Lord and to the surrender to the Lord. With the devotion, it gives us more energy to that one, so that churning happens. Through the churning, that through the tapas, Swadyaya and Iswara Pranidana, that butter comes out, cream comes out through of our learning. Cream of our learning comes out through our thorough churning. That is the tapas, Swadyaya, Iswara Pranidani, is the Kriya Yoga. That's the Patanjali says in the 2nd chapter.